in northern Nigeria, the views on this issue of Niger is not much different from the views in southern Nigeria. And from what I could gather, the people that I've spoken to, they on the one hand, they recognize that in this region of West Africa, Nigeria is the biggest player. And if we want to earn the name that we are the giants of Africa or West Africa, we have to lead, in trying to solve this crisis. But on the other hand, people also recognize that we have a lot of problems in this country. We cannot secure our country. We cannot secure our borders. And if we engage in a kinetic action with this military junta, thinking that they are just 10,000 people and will crush them, like we will have negative consequences, and mostly will be felt by our people, like, in Katsina, places like that. They have like a porous border between Niger and those places. So people look at both sides, but from what I could tell, most people don't want there to be a military action there. So for me, my view is, I think I was on one man show 2 days ago. I was saying that we cannot shy away from that and just fold our arms and say that we cannot do anything. Nigeria has to do something. But I think we should pursue diplomacy, but not just any kind of diplomacy. Diplomacy of the kind that would allow the people, the military people, to save face. We cannot just tell them that after 7 days you have to leave and this kind of things. It's not going to happen. And also that we can also come and twist and say that we averted a crisis or we stopped the coup or something like that. Maybe a commitment to elections within a couple of months or within a year, including perhaps even with the military guy that is in charge now, maybe he can go on the ballot. Something that we can save face with, anything, even if it is not something that we, even if it is not like, the military should go and democracy should return. I think we should not ask too much of them. We should just go and get something, some kind of concession, and just come and spin it and call it a day, and they can go and save face with. Because the military action, the concern that, for example, I have, and I think many people share, is not that I think we can beat them in a conventional war, but as you know, it's not just about beating them. So we have to go in and organize elections and this and that. Even the Americans cannot do it with Afghanistan and Iraq and many places. So I think we should just be realistic, and this is not something that we can realistically do without heavily committing a lot of resources that we don't have to problems like that. I just think that we should just take anything. Even, for example, you mentioned that the Senate rejected it. We can even use that to save face and say, okay, we wanted to go in and stop it, but then Senate rejected, like Obama did with Syria. Famously, remember when he said that he drew a red line, I think in 2012 or something, that if Bashar al-Assad uses chemical weapons, that the Americans will go in. But then the Congress blocked that. And then, of course, they didn't go in. So anything that we can save face with, because Tinubu, our president, has made the commitment to military action, we cannot shy away from that. So if we can save face with this, even we say, okay, our Senate blocked us, I think we can take that. So to your question, our people in the North, most people are not really, they're not really into this, they're not too into this military thing, because it will affect us most directly.